Hey guys, Fat Basement Dweller here. Today, going to take a look at the new Magic World 2 mod pack on the Feed the Beast launcher. And I've already gone ahead and started doing the usual punching wood and gathering up some stuff to alleviate the pain of those that are tired of watching me do that. And I just need to grab some stones so we can get the regular stone tools going on. And while I do that, we'll just do a brief little introduction. Unlike the original Magic World mod pack for version 1.5.2, this mod pack has 0 tech in it. So the original one had forestry and thermal expansion, and I believe at least one other major tech mod that everybody knows, Buildcraft. That's the one it was. And it kind of ruined the feel a little bit. I think, which is why I didn't end up really playing it, and especially didn't do any recording on it. But this one I'm going to try because it is an attempt at no tech at all in all mods relating to Magic. It's going to be kind of a challenge for me, actually, since people that watch me know that I tend to go the tech route. And this here I found in my wandering chop punching wood, and I believe it's a hut added by the witchery mod. And there's a chest in here, and nothing terribly exciting. Ooh, a spruce sapling and an empty glass bottle. But we're going to probably co-op this and use this for at least the first couple of days because it's better than the box of a shack that I'd end up throwing up as an alternative. So where was I? Yeah, challenge. Speaking of challenge, besides having no tech to use, I was going to play hardcore, but I decided, I might end up actually liking this. I didn't think I'd like the original Magic Farm, and ended up going almost 40 episodes with that before Fat Basement Dweller depression kicked in. And the new version came out, which I'm working with now, as you may know. So, and with the some of those Ars Magica 2 mobs, that could be a really short series. So, we got some stone. Let's throw down our upgrade to the pick. I'm going to attempt to cut out most of the mining after the first episode or two, because in celebration of YouTube actually allowing me to comment on my videos once again, I'm going to keep this as mostly a YouTube only series instead of live streaming. I may live stream one or two, but thanks to being able to actually use YouTube again, I'm going to at least do most of this on YouTube. So, for those of you that hate seeing mining, hopefully you'll be happy to hear that. And also, while we're talking about mining, I want to try and avoid it as much as possible, because, you know, we're not doing tech, so other than the raw materials we're going to need to get started, hopefully we won't need to do a whole lot. There's actually a mod that lets you grow things like redstone and diamonds and everything else, but I think you need to do a ton of mining beforehand to get started with it. Alright, so let's go ahead and need to get a little bit more stone. Stop flapping your gums and get more done. So we can get a furnace. And I think we're going to need at least some iron before we can get started. I want to start with the witchery mod because I haven't used that at all. And it looks kind of interesting in that, other than a few basic resources, a lot of the stuff looks like it comes from the overworld instead of having to mine it. I could be wrong about that. That's just my first impression of it. So I haven't found any coal, so let's make some charcoal before it gets too dark. And see if we can't wander around here a bit. And I want to mark this because we all know how I get lost. Temp base. And so it's back to the whole challenge thing again because I got sidetracked. Instead of hardcore, we're going to do the hardcore aspect of no regeneration naturally. So probably gonna want some torches before I go in here, huh? Do we see anything usable? Iron, coal. Here's some coal. Can we get down there? Got some light lava or one of those oh, those are from the Geostrata mod, who I believe is made by the same as the Rotary Craft mod author, but don't quote me on that. And we'll head down there in a second as soon as you guys can see a little bit better. And most of them, if not all of them, actually give you a buff if you're in their vicinity. Apparently I'm not getting a buff from this one, so it's making me look like a liar. So, yeah, I know a little bit about some of these mods, but most of them I've never played before at all. Taking a quick look at a couple of them just so I don't look like a total noob, even though I still will, but I tried, at least. So, okay, this isn't giving me anything, but let's take it anyway, because we can make lights out of them, I believe. Yeah, purple crystal lamp. So, be more interesting than torches anyway. So, okay. Doesn't look like it's getting dark yet outside, so no iron, unfortunately. It's really what I want to grab, so let's grab a few more pieces of this and see if we can't find some quick iron. Because I don't want to do, like I said, I want to keep the mining to a minimum in this series. Ooh, is this the third kind of berry bush that we need? That'd be awesome. Blackberries, yeah. We can have our berry delights, whatever they're called. Berry medleys, I believe. So, let's see if we can't find some quick iron while we scout out the area as well. No iron in here, of course. Should probably also, I saw some sheep up near that witch's house, which hopefully doesn't spawn a witch at night, because we're going to be staying there. And that could be another reason why I'm not playing hardcore, because I don't know these things, and that would be pretty much the end for us in this series, huh? So, I already die enough as it is. Don't need to prematurely end this even before I get tired of no tech. I just heard bang too over here. Where you at, sheep? Gonna become my bed. There goes the sun on the way down. We're probably either going to have to find a cave and do some mining, or I'll just cut out until morning. One or the two, we'll see. There's Magica, whatever route that was. stupid biomes of plenty poison ivy. Scares the crap out of me every time. And of course, we have no health regeneration, so it's even better. Alright. Just picking up these for more food, since our food is going down at an alarming rate. And we better dig a hole, and I'll dig a hole and do some mining. Try to get us some iron, and I'll be back in the morning. And I'm still mining down here, and I came past some of this. This stuff is, obviously you can see from the mimicry mod, and I think it's going to be like one of the only ways, if not only way, to double our ores. And unfortunately you have to mine it, or I think you can make it, but you need gas tiers, magma cream, and this alone makes it kind of a nightmare to make. But if you put this with like iron ore or any kind of stuff, you double it. You need more for gold, apparently. Burn it as fuel. Yeah, diamonds, it takes 8. Emeralds, you can see, I don't have to say it. Coal, triple it. 5 times redstone, which, you know, we won't be drowning in that as it is. You know, glowstone. That's kind of nice, I guess. But there we go. Just came back to note that, and I didn't realize how high up I actually was. I don't know if iron even spawns that high up or not. I haven't checked the vanilla code generation lately for that. But anyway, back to mining. Alright, so I'm back from the mining trip, back to little witch's hut or whatever it's supposed to be. Good news is, first I found quite a bit of stuff while mining. Ended up going all the way down to level 12 and found a few diamonds, an emerald, some redstone, lapis. Killed a bat and got a bat wing, which apparently Whale is telling us is from the Arcane Scrolls mod, which is also where this ore is from. And we got wool of bat from witchery, so I guess we'll be killing some bats. I hate those things, they're annoying. At least it gives me a good reason to kill them besides them just being annoying. So, yeah. Let's take this out of there, and first thing we need to do, I think, is make a witch's oven. So we need to make iron bars and a bucket. And we can go ahead and make this. And we don't have a whole heck of a lot of room in this place. This shack is even smaller than the ones I tend to make for the first night. Of course, it looks a heck of a lot better from the outside than mine tend to. Let's just go ahead and, for now, throw this here. See what it's all about. Okay, this looks interesting. Any eye to the rescue. So, it looks like we're basically, as the oven says, we're going to burn stuff up in it. Get wood ash. Apparently we need to get some clay to make some jars to catch whatever is burned off, I guess. Looks like different kinds of potion fumes or potions. So it looks like rowan sapling, witchery. Okay, so I don't, these are of course vanilla saplings. Cook meat in there and we get foul fumes from cooking beef. Making charcoal, same thing. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to find some clay to put that on the list. Can we make one of those boards? We can make a little list too. No, I don't have those. Alright, well, so we'll just have to remember we need to get some clay, and I want to make some armor, but I don't want to make just regular old clunky vanilla armor. We're playing a wizard or witch or warlock or thaumaturge or mage or wizard, whatever you want to go by in this particular mod pack. And I want to make the armor from Ars Magica. And I think we need leather and light blue wool. Yeah, these are pretty easy to make. They're like the tier 1 robes. And the battle mage stuff is the high end. So, and we just need cobble to make those. Got plenty of that. So, go ahead and make some of those blank runes. I have, as I mentioned in the beginning, I have never done much with any of these mods, so all my cobble away. So this is going to be a learning experience for me, so anybody who's good with these mods, apologies in advance, but that's just the way it goes. And for those of you who are here to learn, we're going to learn together. So we got some of those, and it's almost daytime. We can go out and try and find some leather and clay, hopefully. And we're not going to stay here. We're probably going to uproot and move in the next episode or two. So, and of course, there's a lot of trees around here, so all the monsters aren't going to die in the daytime. Probably going to lose more health. Good news, I think we got enough gold. No, of course not. I don't have enough gold to make a golden apple to heal some. But it's another thing, it'll make the healing spells and such much more useful playing when they know regen. Let's stash most of this stuff. I got 2 of the Thaumcraft shards, but that's going to be a while before we get started with that, unfortunately. As usual, which is what usually delays me from ever getting to it. It takes so long to find one of all of those shards. Unbelievable. Alright, let's go out and see if we can't find some wool, leather, and clay and not die and not lose a whole lot more health. Fall down a hole and lose health that way. Because I'm really good at that. If anybody's been... No, these stupid Ars Magica mobs. Things will like one-shot me in the state I'm in right now. Alright, so this is kind of swampy. Hopefully we can find some clay down here. That clay. This is mud, which is annoying as heck, but... Nope, no clay. Items aplenty. Kelp, I guess. The name is not done very well. Let's get a couple of these squid since I see them, because we're going to need some ink sacs. Do it without drowning. Or not. Too smart for their own good. Alright, well, we'll get back to that. I just don't want to get stuck down there and lose even another half a heart right now. Yeah, I see you over there. Baby Hecate. Whatever your name is. Baby, yeah, baby, those things hit like a truck. Alright, clay. We're after clay and leather. You don't give me leather. Is there a way to get leather from rotten flesh in this mod pack? No, we got nature for the imp leather, but we're not going to go to the nether today. Magical crop cow essence. Apparently we can grow leather as well as ores. Clean zombie flesh. Purification powder. Okay, this looks complicated, so we can't do that right now. Good mud. But better than the quicksand from Extra Biomes XL. Let's see. See if we can't be wandering through this dense trees and run into a creeper. Oh. Clay, anybody? I see you, Mr. Zombie. No, not clay, but definitely need you. I got one wool. I think I might have left it in the mine chest I made, so I'll have to run down and get that. Oh, hello. Thank you for volunteering. Alright, clay. Alright, I hear a skeleton behind me. Don't shoot me, Mr. Skeleton. Thank you for missing. There's just probably like more over here. Could have made some sheep. Oh, good. Actually, for once. Because we're gonna need more wool for that armor, so instead of killing these poor saps, let's go ahead and relieve them of their coat instead. And I already got a few of those Biomes of Plenty flowers, which will give us the dye we need for the mage robes. Fortunately, you're just not seeing any clay here if I've passed some, which is... what's that over there? Besides a chunker. Alright, let's... oh boy. One block. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? We need any of these flowers for those. You need it for the... yeah, you just need regular dye for these runes, right? Well, might as well pick them up while we see them. Gonna need them eventually. Alright, alright, I'm gonna cut out here and look for some more clay and robes, or, yeah, robes. Leather, and hopefully when we come back, actually make these robes. Pick up some more of the dye too, I guess. I've been wandering around for a bit here looking for some cows to get some leather off of, and haven't had a whole lot of luck, but wanted to show these trees because they're from obviously the Dye Trees mod, and they're not just pretty looking, they will drop dye from the leaves and saplings to replant to get the same color, so you can farm dye that way without needing to have the vanilla ways of making it. And we need purple, not magenta, but whatever. And it looks like we got some Thaumcraft taint going on over here already. And, well, that actually could be a good thing. We don't have wisps guarding these things anymore, right? Right? I don't hear anything, so... these things could be really good, but I have no idea because I haven't used these mods before. I don't have any room either. Let's get rid of some of this junk. We don't need that right now. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Let's go ahead and grab... Alright, well, let's mark this on the map and come back and get this stuff. And so I guess the taint's coming from a bad node over here or whatever. I don't know how that works. You guys can fill me in if you want. But that's what I'm seeing on the map. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yay, we're like near taint already. Looks like another witch's hut down there. Hi, witch's hut, you're about to be consumed by the taint. Alright, well, looks like we're already starting to... Oh boy, get out of here. Just what I need to be killed by, a tainted chicken. Alright, so it looks like we're already starting to run a little bit long here for the first episode. And don't want to run in any more of this stupid poison ivy. Get away from this taint because I don't want to get eaten by tainted chickens, because that would be an embarrassing death. And head back and at least start with the witchery stuff before we wrap up here. Hey, poison ivy again. Alright, so I managed to find a couple of cows by actual spawn. I didn't remember seeing them, so I think we have enough to go ahead and at least make the body, the robe part of the robes. So let's see, we need this. Yeah, and I found one of those dye trees, the white ones, they actually drop bone meal. And so let's make 2 of those. And we don't need you right now. And have these turn into this dye. Okay, I said we don't need you. Go away. And hopefully we can turn this wool into that color with this. No, of course not. Makes sense, but I was hoping. Alright, so we need a couple more wool. Oh, and I hit more poison ivy, of course, after I cut out. Oh, I'm about to die any moment now. When I hit the next poison ivy, which might even be more worse than dying to a tainted chicken. I think, yes, definitely worse. So, let me know what you guys prefer. Do you like me cutting out here and there to get rid of some of the boring stuff, or do you want to see pretty much everything? I mean, I know most people don't want to see mining, so we'll lose that, but I just feel like it interrupts my train of thought a little bit too much at times, and I start losing my rhythm as far as commentary goes, as poor as it might be as it is. So let me know what you guys think, because I'm always interested to know. Alright, let's get rid of that. Is that enough? Yeah, I think that's enough. Let's get back. Like, I'd cut this out too, but the continuity feels very bad to me at this point already. So leave a comment, let me know, and and don't forget also to leave a like too, because it lets me know you guys want to see more, and really helps with the motivation to keep doing these. I have very little motivation as a fat basement dweller as it is, so every little bit helps. Alright, let's see. This and this. And coal. Coal or charcoal? Coal. Right. And let's see how this looks on me. Well, guess it's better than looking at my fat gut hanging over my shorts. So, good for you guys, but I think we definitely need the leggings too. But that'll have to wait till next time, because I think we're pretty much over half an hour at this point, even cutting out as we were. So, like I said, let me know, leave a like and a comment, let me know what you guys think. And next time, we're going to finish this armor, because we definitely need some armor. Because... Okay, why did I heal? Why did I heal? I guess I'm going to have to go back and look at that to figure that out. And we'll get started with the witchery stuff. I think the clay jars are like this. Oh, there we go. So I'll cook up some of these so we're ready for next time, and see what trouble we can get into with some witchcraft. And until then, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.